One, two, ready. I
Yeah.
start. Okay, this is Team 2, Prompt Engineering and Research Integration Internship, and we are representing Team 2. And we are ably presented by Habani, Oluchi, Aaron, and Promise with Fahad. The next slide. In over the 4 weeks, we were able to compound skills and prompt engineering over the prompt design foundation, prompt experimentation, research validation, and AI assisted workflow. We did this with the help of understanding frameworks, which was then experimented, and we backed it up with validation through our research. The next slide. In the framework, we use RCTF framework, which was our foundation of building a very good design prompt. R standing for the role, C for the context, T for tags, F for the format, and C for constraint. In the role, we are able to give the AI a particular role in which it will use to design a project. Then in the context of it, we tell him the kind of scenario or the kind of event. And then in the task, the specific task in which the AI will adopt, the format, and then the constraint. And over now, I'll be handing over to my next teammate, Aaron, to take over from the next slide. Thank you.
Okay, in this slide, I will explaining about prompt experimenting methodology. We tested three different prompts versions to understand how prompts quality affects the AI response. Version A is the weak prompt with no specific role, format, or constraint. Version B is a medium prompt where we add clear role and task. Finally, version C is a strong prompt using the complete RCTFC framework: role, context, task, format, and constraints. Five contributors test all three versions on their own research topics, giving us 15 outputs in total. In this slide, research validation, a four stage of pipelines. Um, we discovered what actually improves AI output quality. First, adding a clear role and task made the response more focused and organized. But the biggest improvement came from adding format and constraints because they made the output more trustworthy by reducing alienation and bias. We also found that mentioning specific source or framework give better result than asking the verifiable information. Okay. In this, three patterns claims level check missed. In this, confirmation biased, selection biased, and cultural and Western source biased. Next will explain by our other teammate.
Slide 7, which is about hallucination detection. In week 3, we check 10 claim from an AI report. Four of them had problem. The first problem is poor confident claim. First and more confident claim, a careful OECD report was written as if it fully confirmed something when it did not. Second problem, a Pegger mix-up. Two survey number 90% and 95% was switched between two different questions. The third problem, a guess shown is spec. The AI combined two sources into one strong claim, but it was really just a reasonable guess. Fourth problem, the scale side, um, uh, the more stronger word than needed, mixed binding, become a clear unresolved disagreement. The key lesson, nothing was fully made of. Every claim came from a real source, just explained with too much confidence. Go for slide 8. Yeah. In week 3, we checked each claim on its own for accuracy, but this method could not find bias in the written as a whole. We found three main patterns. The first one is confirmation bias. The part that criticized AI the most was answered the guess, but it deemed it with a positive view of AI, giving that opinion more weight. Second, selection bias. All six sources was we checked were number-based studies, survey, and research trial. No real classroom story or interview were included. Third, culture bias. Every source used came from the US or Western countries. So no information from the global South was included, and this gap was never mentioned. To find this problem, so we use four simple questions. Are different views included? Is the language fair? Are assumptions stated clearly? Is the evidence balanced? Go for slide 9. Slide 9. Yeah, the assistant research workflow blueprint. And before we built a complete workflow, a step-by-step process for using AI in the research safely. Explain the structure. Uh, this workflow has 8 stages. It is based on the RCTFC framework and the review method we use in week 1 and week 2. The most important part is this every single stage has a validation checkpoint. This means we check the work or mistake at each step, not just at the end. This workflow was prepared by, I think, Babani Panda, and it makes sure AI research stay accurate and reliable from start to finish. So these are the slide for me. Go ahead, anyone other further from 9 to on.
Habani can take over.
Have to explain while the slide 10. From evaluating 15 outputs across our team, we found a clear pattern, that is role and task make an AI output usable. They improve tone and focus, but format and constraints are what make it trustworthy. They were the only elements that consistently reduced hallucination and bias risk. We also learned that naming specific sources instead of saying use verifiable information and explicitly asking the AI to flag conflicting claims produce the most reliable decision ready results.
Week 4, can you people hear me now? Later.
Yeah, yeah.
Week 4, we work on prompt repository. And when you talk about prompt repository, so a collection of prompt, a well-organized prompt created. So in week 4, we are able to create organized and usable prompt. And under the research, we created 2 prompts, usable prompt analysis, 2 usable prompt reporting to, and so on. The next slide. So and we in the prompt use the framework, SEO, the test, the concept, and
Participant.
the and 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 the task to create the repository. The next slide. So and here is the source where we get our source from. The source to confirm our usable prompt. The next slide.
Very much. This is team 2, and we are wrapping up with our internship. Okay. I hope everyone that is here is going to come on our dry run. Hello? Is
Yes,
everyone
yes,
here going to
promise.
come for our dry run? Okay, so you are going to help us, Fahad. Just reshare it among everyone that did now, so that everyone can rehearse again, because it's no more the same thing that we are expecting. So everyone will go and rehearse according to what we did now. The first person is me, second person is Aaron, the third person is Fahad, the fourth person is Habani, and the final person is Oluchi. This is how you are going to share it. Then send
Yeah,
it to the group. Sorry for this. We didn't expect
yeah,
that
okay.
most of us will not turn out.
Share this detail with me. Before we wrap up, I want to thank
No,
everyone who joined today and contributed to getting us this pair. A few teammates which couldn't make it to this session, but the whole team has stayed engaged and committed throughout this internship. And their contribution are reflected in the work we have built together. Over these 4 weeks, our team has gone from learning the basic of prompt engineering to build a complete, validate AI-assisted research workflow. And I think that's show real growth, both individually and as a team. We will make sure everyone stay updated on next step, and we are on the track to submit everything before the deadline. At the end, I will thank you to the Accelerate in RIT for this opportunity. It's been a valuable learning experience for all of us. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank